4 months ago, I did a video on this, the Insta360 X4, and since then I've seen more and more people using this to get sick cycling footage. Behind the scenes, Insta360 have also been working hard on a new range of accessories for the Insta360 especially designed for cyclists. That's what we're going to look at today, things like this mount here, but first of all, let's see what they can do. So if you didn't see the last video, it's up there if you want to check it out. But basically, in a nutshell, what is the X4? It's a 360 camera that films in 8K. So basically, it's always filming 360 degrees, and then after the fact, you go in and crop the angle that you want. It's got lots of cool features like up to 2 hours of battery life and these removable lens guard things that keep your lenses safe. Totally cool, and yeah, full video up there. But with these Insta360 cameras, or any cameras in general, what really matters is the angle you can get and the shot you can get. And on a bike, that's where we have to talk about mounts. Obviously, your hands are busy on the bike when you're racing or bombing down a hill. You don't always want to be holding a camera or holding it in your mouth. So having places on the bike to put the camera is what you need. And that's what we're looking at today. So Insta360 have basically got 3 new accessories, and all of these accessories are about mounting the cameras to your bike safely. You know, before we'd be stuck putting these on our GPS mount on our computer or whatever, but you know, it's a fancy carbon fiber GPS mount or something and it's gonna snap when you hit a pothole. So Insta360 have brought out their own GPS mount and this tail mount to keep everything safe and secure. Okay, so first let's talk about the computer mount. So there are 2 versions of the computer mount, one for separate bar and stems and one for integrated handlebars. On this bike, I have the one for integrated handlebars, and the one in my hand is what you have for bars and stems. So you gotta choose the right one for your bike. But basically the layout of the 2 is the same. It goes where your GPS mount would be. So you don't need your GPS mount, you change it for this, and then it gives you some extra mounting options. So obviously your GPS has its mount there. There's a choice of Wahoo, Garmin, and all the different types of there, so you can get your GPS mounted up. On the bottom, we have what you would usually have under most of these head unit mounts, a GoPro style or action camera style mount. And this is good for putting some of the Insta360 Go 3S or the Insta360 Ace Pro down there, or your traditional stuff. What's different to this with a traditional GPS mount though is this thing is beefy. I've actually snapped a couple of lightweight bike specific GPS mounts just because they're not designed to have big action cameras underneath them. So this thing has been built strong, so that's not an issue. But then on the end of it is where the magic happens. We have your traditional, I think, 1/4 inch thread, but this is the mount that the Insta360 X4 uses, so you can put your X4 on here, capturing 360s from the front. So this goes on your stem, bike computer goes here, and then maybe Insta360 X4 here, or the Go 3S or the Ace Pro underneath. It's a super sturdy solution. The 1/4 inch mount also has this where you can change the angle that it goes on, because sometimes you screw this on and the screen's pointing down, you can't see what you're seeing. So with this, you can just flip it through 180 degrees, screen's pointing up, you can see what you're seeing. This is a good angle for just general riding around and racing, you know, because you can get shots of yourself, you can get shots to the front, but if some guy yeets and crashes off to the side, you can go back and get that as well. So super cool solution. Like I said, this is the one for separate bars and stems. It comes with all the mounting stuff that you need. The one for integrated bar and stems uses the traditional kind of like lungs 2 slots for 2 holes that are in line on the bottom of the integrated handlebar and stem, but it won't be compatible with every handlebar and stem on the market. So I went through and looked at my integrated bar and stems. I think I've got like 11 different models at this point, and this worked with like 7 or 8 of them. So not all of them, you do have to check. I'll put in some footage now of what this looks like and how it mounts, but for example, on the Vision Metron 5D, the holes are set up a little differently, and I had to use a super long screw to mount it in there, but it got the job done in the end. So yeah, just make sure you're checking compatibility before you get these. Now this is the cool one. This is the one they call the bike tail mount, and this, it gets that cool third-person look from behind. Now before, there were kind of ways to do this before with third-party accessories, but it was always a bit janky. Now we have this solution, which is super clean, but most importantly, super secure. Like once you bolt all these down, this thing is not moving. Before, when I had my sketchy setups, like you'd go off a curb or you'd hit a pothole and you'd be worried that this thing is just gonna go flying on the floor. So now with this, yeah, it sets up, once everything's bolted down, it does not move. So in the box, it actually comes with 2 clamps here, one for aero seat posts and one for round seat posts. So Insta360 thought of everything. So this bit here is what attaches to the bottom of your selfie stick. So yeah, you can use any selfie stick you want. I'm using the Insta360 carbon one, but I think if you get the kit, it comes with a selfie stick as well, but not the carbon one. So this mount here screws onto the bottom of the selfie stick. Then up here, we have this piece here. Now this is just a mount that goes on your saddle rails and gives you another action camera GoPro style mount here. So both of these mounts are action camera GoPro style mounts that then go into other things. This one goes into this funky like universal mount thing where we can loosen this, and then these 2 balls are like free to pivot around, and then once you get in the angle you want, you lock this back down, and then boom, we're back in this position. So yeah, this bit here is what lets you do the adjustment really quick and get into all different positions. As you get into some different positions, you'll have to loosen this guy off as well and move this guy up and down. Remember to clamp everything back down, and yeah, we're good. So this little setup here is what lets you get all the angles, those third-person views looking down. Super sick, super neat solution. Like I say, the most important thing is super secure. Weight-wise, I didn't put it on the scales. It's not the lightest thing in the world, but also it's not the heaviest. I mean, if you're going around with this on the back of your bike looking like an RC car or something, you're probably not racing anyway. But yeah, as cyclists, we don't like too much weight. It's not super light, it's not super heavy. It does the job it's supposed to do. If you do already have the X4, then I think these mounts are a no-brainer. They take the worry out of riding with the X4 that you had before with other mounts. If you don't have the X4 and you think this is what's going to take it for you to get involved, I think Insta360 are dropping some new bundles where you can get the camera with the mount and save a bit of money, so check it out. There'll be links in the description down below, and I heard the first 15 people to use my links in the description below will also get free premium lens guards. So again, that's even more peace of mind. You know, if this is on here and your bike falls over and hits the floor, you got those lens guards on there, you're not going to scratch your lens. So yeah, first 15 people to use links in the description, get those for free. And the last thing is just full transparency. I like to be honest with you guys, but anyone who's been seeing Insta360 stuff on my channel before knows I was a paying Insta360 customer before they ever started working with me, but these days they do sponsor me. This is a sponsored video. The links below are affiliate links, so if you use the links below, you get something for free with the lens guards, and I get some kickback to help support the channel as well. So yeah, full transparency, I'm a huge Insta360 nerd, but yeah, I think these products are great products. I think Insta360 are very cool for supporting cyclists with these cool accessories, and yeah, just generally a good bunch of people to work with. But yeah, because of that, I have absolutely loads of Insta360 content on this channel now. Like I say, I am a huge camera nerd. If you've not seen any of it before, I reckon you should check this one out. I wanna hear that new tune.